If you want to invest in a sauna and you're not sure which one to get, in today's session, I'm going to help you with that and talk about the differences between a classic Finnish sauna, which is one that I built and have been using now for about 3 years, versus an infrared sauna. There are some differences and things that you might want to know about. An infrared sauna, the source of the heat is from infrared. These are different wavelengths of light and energy that actually penetrate deeper into your body. And so for some people, especially people that maybe have mold issues, poor recovery from exercise, maybe sore muscles and joints, maybe have issues with autoimmunity and things like that, there might actually be some added benefit of an infrared sauna over a classic Finnish sauna, as much as I love the heat generated from a classic Finnish sauna. But because of the fact of the source of the heat in an infrared sauna, the wavelengths, depending upon the wavelengths, and it's a carbon element that these companies often use that emit an infrared wavelength, and that is generating the heat. And that heat is actually getting a little bit deeper into your body, and it's a different form of heat, different wavelength compared to something that you've seen me share videos with you about in my classic Finnish sauna with a wood-fired stove. Now, I think as an overall experience, it's hard to sort of be superior to the classic Finnish sauna. You can have multiple people in there. You can put water and essential oils on the rocks and create all the steam. And it really is a high degree and a very intense hormetic stress for the heart, for the detox pathways, for lymphatics. It's a phenomenal experience, but it takes a lot of space. It's more money. You're building a fire. Most people just want to turn something on and set it and forget it and go in for 15, 20 minutes. If that is your personality type and your schedule, I would suggest investing in an infrared sauna. And especially because knowing that the infrared wavelength is actually penetrating deeper. So it's not that it's suboptimal. Again, the heat is not going to be nearly as high compared to a classic Finnish sauna. I can get mine up to 220 Fahrenheit, whereas an infrared sauna is going to be about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. But you're still going to sweat your butt off. And some people might find, maybe if you have obesity, if you have an occupational exposure to persistent organic pollutants and you want to get the heat deep inside the adipocytes, there may be some functionality there. We know that particularly visceral fat is characterized by necrotic or dead fat cells, and perhaps getting the heat deep in there would increase, because there is this hypoxia or dearth of oxygen in circulation. So maybe the deep penetrating heat, again, from the infrared carbon sources, that might impact, those tissues. That hasn't yet been hitherto studied, but it's something that might be plausible. So the point is, just because you have an infrared sauna doesn't mean you're not getting the benefits from compared or contrast to, say, a classic Finnish sauna. There's still benefits there. And we are big fans on High Intensity Health of High-Tech Health. They make a low EMF infrared sauna. This is what we had before we built our backyard sauna. For years, we put hundreds of hours in that, and the person that bought it from us has still used it. It's been going on now about 8 years. This thing is still going strong. And so they don't treat the wood. They use a cedar, a really low EMF. They have some different lights in there that you can change the mood and so forth. A 2-person, you can actually fit 3 people in there if you want. And you heat up faster, by the way. The more people in the sauna, the faster it heats up. Just remember, when you get an infrared sauna for your home, you want to make sure that the room has plenty of access to outside air. Open a door when you get out, because you're going to release a lot of steam from your body after creating all that heat, and that can create mold issues. So make sure that you're properly ventilating your room. But High-Tech Health is a great sauna. I'll put links below to that. But there are also alternatives like sauna blankets. And so these are even a smaller form factor, and the source of the heat is infrared in nature so that it can penetrate deeply into the body. So if you have detox issues, mold issues, autoimmunity, things like that, there's some value there. So our friends Lauren and Kat over at Higher Dose do have a sauna blanket that you can check out. I'll put links below to that. But there's so many tools, and the important thing is that you should just you should commit to doing this. In 2023, you should commit to getting hot by some mode, whether it's a sauna blanket, whether it's an infrared sauna, a sauna at the gym, or your backyard sauna. You need to do this, my friends. The research is only burgeoning in this area, and it's all favorable. So don't write off an infrared sauna or think, it's not the real deal. I'm going to wait until I can invest in a finish. No, invest now, start now, and you can always upgrade later. And again, High-Tech Health is a great company. I'll put links to this article that will help you better understand how an infrared sauna works. The title here is Traditional or Infrared Saunas and Photobiomodulation. What do they have in common? And the commonality here with the infrared sauna might be improved mitochondrial function and might be optimizing the mitochondria in a similar manner that photobiomodulation does. So I thought this was quite interesting. This article just came out in November of this year. So definitely check it out. What do you think? What do you prefer? Some people can't tolerate this super high heat. I've had some friends who are pretty resilient. I bring them in my sauna and I have to like carry them out sometimes. It's a lot of stress. And so depends on your stress tolerance and your ability to take hormetic stress. Everyone's a little bit different with regards to their constitution. So we'll love to know how you get hot on purpose and what your main source of sauna is. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please share it with a friend. And thanks for hitting that like button. We'll catch you on a future one down the road. Bye now.